is Betsy Smith, and I live in Brewster. I am an ardent No on 2 campaigner, and I'm going to ask your indulgence. I have written something. I don't usually like to read what I've written, but there's a lot of information to cover, and so I'm going to use my written text to help me be concise and get to the points I want. I'm a recently retired adjunct professor of ESL from Cape Cod Community College. I'm a product of the New York City schools, the public schools, where my parents taught. My children received a fine education at their neighborhood schools in Claremont, California, and my daughter went on to do her graduate work and write her dissertation on charter schools. She taught me about the good, the bad, and the ugly in the charter school movement. Andrea Silbert is 100% correct when, in her, my view, in the Cape Cod Times, she praises our 2 charter schools, Sturgis and the Lighthouse School. Unfortunately, there is no guarantee that the 12 new charter schools that will be able to open in the Commonwealth if Proposition 2 passes will be of the same high quality. Some charter schools are excellent and innovative. Others last for only a year or 2 and go out of business because they do not meet the basic educational needs of their students. Others stay in business and make a profit with our tax dollars for private, out-of-state companies. Charter school proponents often claim that their schools are public schools. It is true that they are funded with public money, money that is taken from our neighborhood schools. But they are not accountable for what they do with that money. There are many kinds of arrangements for charter school administration, but there is no community oversight. As a retired ESL teacher, I was astonished to learn that Sturgis was taking its first English language learner this fall. Students who are non-native speakers require additional support, and that costs our neighborhood schools money that charter schools don't have to spend. For several years, I taught ESL at Cape Cod Tech. It isn't a charter school, of course, but it shares one characteristic with charters. If students misbehave, they can be sent back to their neighborhood schools. If students with learning disabilities or emotional or physical or behavioral challenges are disruptive, charter schools do not have to keep them. Some charter school advocates say that charter schools are public because the lotteries are open to all. This is technically true, but they are actually only open to those who know about them and value them. Non-native speaking parents, parents working multiple jobs, parents who don't understand the importance of education, don't apply. If all children who enroll in our neighborhood schools were automatically entered in the charter school lottery, the system would be a lot fairer and charter schools would have a much more diverse population. If question 2 passes, 12 new charter schools will be allowed to open the first year, and then 12 more the second year, and then 12 more the following year, and so on, indefinitely. This is likely to move us back decades to a time of segregated schools. We need a public education system that provides equal opportunities for all of our children, and charter schools do not pass that test. Finally, this year, public schools throughout the Commonwealth stand to lose $450 million to charter schools. Nauset, my district, will lose just over 1.3 million. Monomoy, just over 1 million. DY, more than 1.7 million. Barnstable and Sandwich, each over 2.7 million. Bourne, close to 1.5 million. Mashpee, almost 700,000. Falmouth, just under 900,000. And the combined islands districts, more than $2.3 million. Just think what our neighborhood schools could do with that money. For more information that I can include here, please check out massteachers.org/issues or massbudget.org/report. I thank you for listening, and I hope that you will join me on November 8th to vote no on 2.